Switch gears a little bit.
Getting back to Rodney Rice.
Right, Rodney Rice.
So
Lamont Upshaw.
Right. Yep. And the Gentry and all those guys. And I'm not speaking bad on them, but I'm speaking I was there, and from what that they did, I don't condone that type of shit. Right.
So you were working when they got indicted when the feds got
I was working, but at a point. See, I've been single my whole life, no wife, no kids. I used to put my dog in the car, my animal in the car. Hey, look, but we used to go out there, and then, when I used to meet with my informants, man, my sources like, hey, man, Rodney Rice. I said, what? I ain't really know him like that.
Brother Rome got a friend coming in. So go ahead. I'm sorry, you're saying Brother Rodney Rice.
Yeah, Rodney Rice said, Rodney Rice said, hey, man, we went in there. It was a high-profile raid and shit, and I had the news waiting just in case we got something. And he's like, hey, man, y'all already been here. I said, what you mean we already been here? We in raid gear and all that. They said, man, Double R already left. I said, who the fuck is Double R? He said, Rodney Rice. I said, what did you take all the dope? He said, man, motherfucker took the dope and the money.
yeah. There you go. They want both. That crew then took both. They want everything. You giving up the bag and the bag.
Listen, I said, man, and I was just saying, hey, how could he have lived like that? I mean, because, the dope man for sure, he got connections. He or she may have connections, and they can reach people because of that money they get. But, that's something that Rodney Rice had done. He has been doing that his whole life. And once you steal one time, you're going to steal again. That's why I never really never had, a sense of integrity, man. That's how strong.
All right. Yeah, so, it was a slippery slope I think those guys started. And I think when they started working hand in hand with the hustlers via security,
what's this?
Yeah, and I think that money just got the best of them. I'm not trying to give them no out.
Right.
But I think, because I saw it go from a shakedown, harassment thing to a business, to a hustle.
That's what it was.
And then it was like, hold on, man. You worse than, come on.
But don't steal from them.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't steal from them. And you going to his spots and his and dope men do this all the time. I don't like CB and Eddie J over there. I don't like them motherfuckers. So look here, man. Let me give you they spots, and I might incorporate them to pay them to be an informant. But all along, they just want to take you out that.
Tear you down.
Yeah. And that's all the time. Now that type of shit, and they have misused me in a few senses like that too. But at the point, I had to come back and say, hey, look here, man. We can't do business like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Do business. I ain't trying to get nobody's money. I just want to take drugs and guns, really. My thing was guns.
Get the guns off the street.
Get the guns, because, at the dope house, you find the rapist. You find the neighborhood the guy that breaking people's houses, the parole violations, the murders. You found everybody in that drug house. And that's a known fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's why it's so violent in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we ain't coming in there acting all nice.
No.
Hey man, look, we dance. Hey, look here. You get caught up in a drug raid, man. Sure.
It's unpleasant.
Hey, man,
it's gonna be an unpleasant afternoon.
It's traumatizing, man. I'm telling you. I had to step back and say, God damn, it's like this. But I'm young down there, but I'm seasoned on the street. But
when y'all hit that door, the games is.
Oh yeah.
Hey, and all that old talking, hey man, I didn't seen them not, man. I said, damn, why you gotta do to me like that? But it's just, they gotta command that house until we safe.
Yeah.
That's why 6 people or 7 crews going in there individually, opposed to 2. We don't work patrol.
Yeah.
But Rodney, he had a bad name out there, and it filtered off to some things. And I can say this, Darwin Roche, he's my friend.
Okay.
With the whole thing about the setting up of the gun numbers, man.
Right.
And you know, Roche always been a straight-laced guy, but he got caught up, and it's peer pressure when you coming in on a job and you dealing with guys such as yourself. You know, they seasons and stuff like that. We're very impressionable, no matter how hard you are. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even in my own career, some things that when I was a rookie, I'm like, this not right. But they say, look at motherfucker, we didn't tell you to come on this gig. Either you gonna adhere to what the mission is, almost like training day. Going over there and sit at that desk.
Well, I mean, the feds took my money too, if it make you feel any better. DEA in Miami. Yeah, they popped me. I was on my way out the country.
They took your money.
They just took the money. They just took it and told me, welcome to Miami Vice.
I can believe that too.
Yeah, I mean, it was, they were gentlemen. They were very professional about the whole endeavor.
I bet they were.
You keep this. We ain't caught you doing wrong, but we know you doing wrong.
When you say take it, you say take, say confiscate.
Confiscate. It was $90,000. They gave me back $80,000.
Now did they? Oh, they did.
They caught me with $90,000, and they gave me back $80,000.
You know, words have
and told me that they was gonna take their wife on vacation and buy their girlfriend some nice stuff with my money.
When they white,
you was okay with that, though, right?
I was very okay with that. I was very, very okay with that. Because I was doing wrong. And the alternative was a money laundering case. Which we'd have spent $90,000 on lawyers to try to explain where the $90,000 came from.
Really, the
that's DA.
Everybody really, you know, just people who get money and stuff like that. Even the rappers and people glamorize you guys, man. I mean, I won't say you guys. I don't want to put it in that context, but you know, it's just that the people getting money out there, man, is that got all the girls. They got all the attention. They got all the accolades and stuff. And it's still to this day, all the rappers, they want to look like drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? So, it kind of might sound a little cliche, but, you know, the thing is that with law enforcement type of thing, you cannot be consumed by something that makes you come out your character to be able to do something to someone that's not right. And that's what it is. And it's a spiritual thing to this. This is why I stand here to this day, where I'm sitting down for sure. And for those that I love Kettle One, and that's my vodka. I'm feeling real good on Friday.
Might be a new vodka on the market real soon.
Oh, yeah. My homeboy, it's going to be Blazing Sevens, right?
That we going to do some networking
that's
on.
Right, that's something like that. Those said so, but, you know, but nevertheless, man, I appreciate you guys, man. I got a lot of respect.
Switch lanes real quick.
Go ahead.
Guy who was obviously integral in our story in the second part, and when Demetrius had first gave Eddie that brick to start him off on French Road before we put the thing from Pakistan down. How you probably don't even remember, bro. You was like, you heard Eddie got a whole one over there now. I said, what you talking about? He said something about his daddy friend meets Demetrius or somebody. I was like, that nigga Eddie ain't told me. But you have a Demetrius Holloway story.
Oh,
you?
Yeah. About the
brought to Broadway.
Oh yeah. I was.
I mean, we've talked about it with a generous guy.
I was. He was a great guy, man. I was 15, man. I was down there. I had been down there at 11. My uncles had introduced me to Pepper Johnson and Pepper Martin. I'm sorry.
Shout out to the whole Broadway crew, City Slicker crew.
Wayne and all them guys, and George, and
Detroit
all
legends, all them.
Yeah, Mr. C and all them guys. But Andre. But anyway, they come down. They come down there. I came down there when I was 11. And I'm like, damn, I never seen Italian. You know, and Pepper Martin, you know, I thought he was he got a little air about himself.
Yeah, he got swag. Right.
I said, this motherfucker, he from France or something? He white boy, he Jew too. I said, man, but he had all the latest stuff. So I would kind of, I put my little $10. He's like, man, come on, man. I said, we did the shoes and stuff like that. I said, put $10. I think I had $5. But when I got to be 15, and that was the era, you know, back then for sure, that It was vibrant.
Oh, this Detroit, we was a show
This is
stopper.
1984,
Gators.
85, right?
Cougars.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm 15.
we were show stopping.
I'm 15
We had
now.
24-hour hair salons. It was
Right.
It was so much popping in Detroit.
Hey man,
Hair shows.
What they call that shit that I never wore it.
Jerry
What?
curls.
Oh man,
the Jerry curls.
what's the boys right across the street? What's the boy across the street? The boy used to do the not the boy, but the man used to do the Jerry curls.
What you
Right
talking
across
about?
street, right across street from the Broadway.
Who was that? Sean them?
Yeah.
Oh, Sean.
they-
Sean. Oh,
$1 billion.
$1 billion. If he ain't make 10 million, he ain't make $1.
Ooh, ooh.
Sean them was headline, bro. Oh yeah, famous. Ain't nothing.
That right.
You do a whole story on Sean them.
Look, I was down there and stuff like that. So I went down there and I had.
Players got their hair cut at Charles
Yeah,
across the
I'm
street.
crazy. Get a little wave, all
Then
this
you
shit.
go right to the Broadway and
Yep.
City Slicker.
Appreciate them for sure. Thank God for them. And I went down there and I had Frank Foldy lizards. They were like a $250. And I had put them motherfuckers in the layaway for 3 years. And Demetrius Holloway had to be. He was there, and I said, Pepper, I got this thing I want to try to put on my layaway for $5. You know. He said, well, damn, you had it in here for 3 years. I said, how much I owe? He said, man, you owe about $127. And I said, man, Pepper, I got this. He said, dude, you can't just keep, you know. And he said, hey, man, look here, little young dude. Here, man. He went on and gave me $200 to pay for the $127.
He didn't know you from Adam House Cat.
Then he gave me $100.
On the strip.
Hey, man.
Wow.
After that, he created a monster. I still owe the mother layaway to this day.
So I just gotta catch DH down here again.
Right, man. I said, man, when that man, you know, and it's untimely demise shortly after that, man.
Yeah, 90.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was helping us out a lot on French
Yeah, he
Road
was,
right
for
then,
sure.
and just a good guy. And again,
Yep. So
should have left the town, but another day, unfortunately, the tragedies of the street.
yeah, you know, right. They can learn a lot. I'm talking about the whole country, man. They can learn a lot from Detroit, man. It's a dynamic city. If you can't make it here, you can't make it nowhere. You know it.
No.
Yeah.
And especially from our day, I'd say from 1970 to 2000, Detroit was world-class hustlers, and it may not have been a better place to be a black man.
Frank Lucas know it, because I know that your folks went up there and they said, who this Sharp got? Hey, I ain't trying to be funny now.
Yeah, I mean, that same Ebony that had Frank Lucas in the Chinchilla, that's that picture
right there.
It was in Ebony, so no. I mean, I've been around same situation. I've been all around the world, and when you say you from it, and not, it's hard for people to imagine now because we have fallen off a little bit. But back in the day when you would say you from Detroit, you were saying something.
It meant something.
Right.
Yeah, it meant something. You were saying
Outside of watch your purse, man.
something. Yeah. I mean, it meant you ain't
Watch
gonna
your
tell
grip.
me nothing about this hustle thing we don't already know.
Yeah.
Right? You
They
ain't-
hustle harder though.
Yeah.
Here, for sure. I know from the police aspect of when they sent me other cities and states to train, they got mad respect for us, man. You know, and this is not a city, man, really. And I'm not trying to promote nothing negative, but it is a different type of dynamic here, as we do know it. And
These
know it
guys
too.
aren't pretending here, and they ain't never been pretending.
No,
here.
right.
Yeah.
You
Now,
don't want to be. Nah,
I
they
hate to
just-
say it, the
yeah.
rest of the country didn't caught up to how
That's right,
Detroit's
that's
been
right, that's right.
for a
Yeah.
long time. They never were pretending here.
Right,
As the
yeah.
kids say, it can happen. You grew up in this town, you already know. Oh, it can
go
happen.
down.
It can happen.
Oh, it can go down for sure,
a
man,
heartbeat.
For sure, you know. So,
And it almost brings some order to it because, like, you don't bother people for no reason.
That's
'Cause
right.
Yeah.
in this town, you bother the wrong person.
yeah, the bullies and all that type of stuff all over this country, man. Come on, this is just a little dynamics.
Yeah, you don't want to come. You don't want to come here with that.
No, right. So I mean, everybody know it. They know.
Everybody know.
They already know, man.
Everybody
what I'm
know.
saying? So we just kicking the bobos about the real life things and stuff like that. But we have to continue to love each other, man, all over this earth. You know, if we
And I
can.
want to say this before we leave, man. It's guys like you and your kind of police that people need to, the police be getting such a bad name. I was one of those people when people was like defund the police. I was like, that got to be the dumbest shit.
Right.
And I was like, well, you must don't got no businesses here in the city. We right here on the block on West 7 Mile. What are you talking about? We need less police.
Right.
We need more good police.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Get back to the 70s.
We
CB
need to
Junior.
get back to that.
The PAL League. Remember how big
come
that was,
on,
big,
man.
Come on.
Oh man.
West Side Cubs, East
West
Side
Side
Raiders,
Cubs,
man,
man,
come on.
come
That's
on.
what I'm saying. We gotta get
Crunks.
crunked.
Oh, man.
We gotta get back where
The basics.
where the police are a part of the
That's right.
neighborhood and not as an enemy. Because I know growing up in Northwest Detroit, we wasn't scared of police. The police being around was a stabilizing
That's
thing,
all.
man.
Yeah.
And they knew. You all knew them, and they knew you.
Man, you
Say, CB, come on, man. What's up, man? Yeah.
Coleman
Oh,
Young
man,
Air.
come on.
Mike Duggan, hey, look here. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm not trying to throw you underneath the bus, homeboy. You know, but Mike, you for sure. It starts with you, man. You the mayor. You happen to be a white man for sure. Ain't from here. I'll help you get in office. You know who I am. Hey, you got to step up, man. You got to do better. And hey, James White, I don't know you like that, but you know me. So the point is this. James, get on out from that desk. Come on out here. Let people see you at the liquor store. Let them know your chief. We need to know the mayor. We need to know our chief. We need to know our city council. Because you're regular people.
I was gonna say, man, I would go down to the Miller reunion or the Brewster reunion for years with Pops, and Coleman Young be right there.
Right there.
With his Crown Royal pig feet,
Yep.
with the fellas.
He love that dark liquor,
Oh,
didn't he?
love that dark liquor, and he be right
saying
there with the
something.
crew. With the crew.
Catch him on Dexter and Tuxedo. Amherst.
That's right. Be down there, too.
Open.
And he knew what everybody was doing.
Yep.
But that wasn't they respected him. He respected them. You know, as he say, don't be doing that. Y'all gonna get y'all money, but y'all can't do all that killing and crazy.
Yeah, don't get no kill. Hey,
Can't do
come
all
on.
that now. If you can find out a way to get your money and not cause me no trouble,
Yeah.
that's your business.
That's right. That's your business, right? So.
But like you say, he was accessible to the people, and that leads respect from the people when they can see you as a part of them.
I like to see my mayor at a convenience store, at a grocery market. I would like to see the police chief.
That's right.
Seriously, I mean, I would like to see it. Right? What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Regular people in the lottery line and.
You understand? We don't even see the regular police who patrol.
That's
They
right.
don't even come to the hood no more. They only come when it's time to harass you.
Yeah, that's right.
And
But
with
they
the
ride
police,
past, you don't introduce themselves. They don't try to interact with the citizen. So back when Coleman, the big four, they respected us. We respected them.
That way, see him
You know what I'm saying? They get out. You knew who they was. They knew who you was. There was never no problems.
Never no problem.
No violence.
when I come back by this corner,
Gotta be gone.
right? You know not to be here. Yeah, we got you already know. All right, well, I got to worry about it.
Yeah.
We won't be here when you get back.
Ain't none of that no more. No engagement stuff like that.
It's not, no offense to y'all, you know, it's just not no good police no more. We need good police.
We need some good
They need
police.
police, not
Yeah.
just.
It was just time to really tell a great untold Detroit story because it kind of covers Detroit at its zenith.
Very interesting story.
We decided that we were going to make a movie.
All right, Rich Rossi with you with Motown Mafia. I'm with Courtney
Lewis Stevens.
Lou Stevens, Courtney Brown.
Courtney Brown Jr.
And Alan Al Prophet Bradley.
And this is an entrepreneurial, inspirational story too, because again, you know, I'm a real estate retail guy. You know, that's what my skill set is. But I'm a businessman, so I was like, you know, we're gonna do it. You know, sometimes when you got a dream, you won't have all the answers on how you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
What made this one unique was not so much the crime, but the intertwining with Detroit's history and the Motown era and kind of the economic decline of Detroit. And it's really the story of a family. And from some perspectives, has a happy ending, like you said. For others, it didn't have a happy ending.
Right.